guys, welcome back. Just taking a quick little ride to the gas station to keep the tank full on my 2001 R1. You can see all the salt on the road, which I didn't realize it was going to be this bad, but that's all right. We could probably hose the bike down after just in case. So it's funny, on my project R1 that I have, that's a 2000, same exact model, I could just tell how much better this bike is dialed in, like it's supposed to be. Throttle response is way more better on this thing, and you can just tell by how it's operating. But not a big deal, we'll get the other one to drive basically just like this. According to the mileage on the other bike, it seems to be pretty good, so I think it's just more of a carb cleaning and a little tune-up like spark plugs and all that. So, it does feel good to get out. It's freaking cold though, I will say that. Wow, these bikes are great. I love these older R1s for riding on the street. These things are just amazing. So light, super grunty. It's like, oh, I freaking love this bike. It's such a good bike. And since it's older now, its insurance is dirt cheap. So you can't go wrong with getting one of these bikes. I do have an Öhlins damper on here, as you can see, and it makes quite the difference, guys. Like, when I was riding that other one, it didn't seem bad, but, you know, you can get head shake on these things when you're really hammering down. It is freezing out today. I didn't realize it was going to be so cold, but obviously, as you guys know, these tanks are steel, and it is important to keep the tank full with gas all the way up to the top during storage, because you can get rust on it if you don't. So, one, I just wanted to ride this thing for a couple minutes, and two, I wanted to make sure this tank was full. So, just doing a quick little video on that. It is important to do that on these bikes, just due to the tank being the material that it is. Alright, stop at the mobile, get gas real quick. Alright, the bike almost needed 3 gallons, so I'm glad I went out to go get gas in it. Guess we'll go for a quick little burst on the highway. Super quick, just to ring it out. This is definitely not going to be a long ride, especially after this highway burst. It's just going to be a nice little quick one. It is windy out. You guys probably hear the wind, and it is cold for sure. It is cold. And this hoodie that I have on my, this big jacket that I'm wearing had some serious wind drag going. I felt it like choking me out. Well, okay, that felt good. That felt really good to fucking ring this out quick. So, good stuff. Bike seems to be running great. Well, now that I got that out of my system, I gotta get back to the house because I'm freezing. Oh, man. It's cold. Alright guys, so anyway, like I said, I'm going to head back to the house. It's always good to keep your gas tanks full. Put some good quality fuel stabilizer in there. It's always a good practice that you can do with these bikes. Not a bad thing to do. Because the worst is having your gas tank getting rusted. You don't want that, you know. So make sure you keep the tanks full. Put the fuel stabilizer in, especially if you're not going to be riding it as much. I always usually end up putting fuel stabilizer if it's going to sit over for a week or two. Probably if I know the bike's going to sit for 2 weeks, I'll definitely put some fuel stabilizer in there. So don't forget to do that, guys. Back at the house, this is the stuff that I use to keep my fuel stabilized. There is tons of other stuff that you can use out there, but I heard pretty good stuff about this thing. Startron does all the stuff, stabilizes fuel, improves performance, cleans fuel system, and more. So this stuff has been pretty good to me. I think it's better than stable in my opinion. And let's see, helps cure and prevents fuel problems, removes gum, carbon, and varnish, prevents separation, improves fuel economy, rejuvenates stale fuel. So anyway, I've been using this stuff and I've had great success with it. Never had a problem. Like I said, I do like it better than stable. I'm going to put about 2 ounces in there because the tank's less than 6 gallons. So, all right, look at this beautiful 5JJ. She's in great shape. So I'm going to put this in. I basically have a full tank of fuel. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's basically filled to the top. So you just pour it in like so. Super easy. Then what I'll do is I'll close the tank. The tank fuel cap, that is. And then I'll shake it up by holding the front brake and compressing the forks a bunch of times. And then I'll let it run for a bit just to kind of get it going through the system. What's nice about this key barrel is that it is not worn out. Some of them we have to pull back a little bit, but we'll start the bike up. Exact thing for 2020 S1000 double R. So